Ryan Salazar here with Broadcast Beat magazine. We've got a special guest, Brian Terrell of GPL Technologies. How you doing, Brian?
Fantastic. How are you doing, Ryan?
Doing great here in Fort Lauderdale. So where are you located at?
Downtown Los Angeles.
Very nice, very nice. So tell us about yourself and what GPL Technologies does.
What GPL Technologies does is it provides IT production services to media and entertainment companies.
And so I see that you guys have a subsidiary called VFX Now. Would you mind telling me about that?
Sure. VFX Now is a hardware as a service company. And what we did was that we took the rental offerings, combined it with our engineering services, and labeled it hardware as a service, which then provides just-in-time hardware for production needs.
What made you decide to start the subsidiary?
Well, what we were finding is a lot of people would buy 80% of their equipment from us, and that last 20% they didn't have budget for. They would get these one-off projects that required tremendous amount of scale or just a little bit of scale. And what we were able to do was to then take the hardware, which we already invested in, had it sitting on the shelf, and provide it to the production just in time, wrap our engineering services around it, wire it up, support it throughout the production, and at the end of the production, we spin it down.
So let me just make sure I understand this right. You guys provide render farms to animation facilities? Is that what you do?
That is one of the most common offerings as well. A lot of people will need to do a final render. We'll go ahead and expand the render farm using the hardware as a service model. But oftentimes, someone else will need storage. We have 2 petabytes of Isilon we own. We also have hundreds of workstations, hundreds of monitors, Wacom tablets. And we pretty much like to have everything necessary to build out a VFX studio from scratch and have it up and working within a week.
What values does HAAS provide?
What that provides to a production is agility, which is one of our company's core values. We want to be able to have a client call us within hopefully a project that's on the horizon that we're able to prepare for, but oftentimes it's an emergency. They need to add more bodies, or they need to add more render power, or they need to add more storage, and we're able to quickly accommodate those needs, normally same day, next day.
And I see on your website, Legend 3D in San Diego, looks like they're one of your clients. Would you mind telling me about their project?
This is initially during the big 3D conversion days. 3D conversion was starting to happen. They were maybe 15 people. They needed to grow their staff in order to take on the tremendous amount of work. So we were there when we helped them go from 15 people all the way to 400 people. Now, recently, we helped them scale the render farm in Toronto, where now they're built out their new studio. And they're beginning to take on new work, as well as open new doors into virtual reality. They're doing some great work. If you guys get the chance, go see the Oculus Rift version of their Patron commercial. It's fantastic.
Speaking of Legend 3D, and I'm sure there are other very large clients you guys have, what types of companies do you focus on?
That's right. I mean, we do have some large clients from household names, large studios, but we service everybody in between. Sometimes it's a single person that wants to scale up a studio, and we'll help them find a location, walk through it, make sure it's going to accommodate their needs, install all the IT equipment, wire it up, support it through their production, and if they want to close shop afterwards, we'll go ahead and wind down everything and take it back, put it on the shelf, and get it ready for the next production.
Why focus on creative companies?
A lot of people within our company and organization, they come from that. Some of us have been around for as long as 30 years. They've been through all the different changes in technology. They continue to stay up on the latest trends. And it's a place where we really bring real value. And we know the applications, we know the workflows, we know the production environment, we understand if they're delivering what that takes. We're able to provide the services and hardware products necessary in order to ensure production goes on.
How does VFX Now keep up with all the evolving technological and business demands?
Well, we work really hard at that, actually. We get together every Monday. We have vendors and manufacturers come to the office, present what their latest solutions are. If it looks like something that's going to work for our client's workflow, and it's not always will. I mean, some of this is corporate solutions, and they don't really work in production IT environments. But if that looks like something that's going to solve some problems for our clients, we'll call our clients, make sure we understand the gaps of their production and where these solutions may help. We'll set up a proof of concept, write up what the criteria is for the acceptance of this solution by the client, get the manufacturer together. We'll do a proof of concept, make sure that it does what it says, the solution does what it promises to. And if it does, we may gently place this in a couple more accounts. If that looks like it's solid, we'll adopt it into our portfolio of solutions and begin to utilize it all throughout the industry.
You guys have some really large hardware companies and software companies that are partners of you guys. So you've got one hell of a backing. So it's very impressive.
Thank you very much. We rely on NVIDIA, EMC, and other large companies such as Dell help us test out the new solutions, making sure that our guys are certified, that we have the right training, and that we're really able to bring that high level of training with us for every engagement.
From what I can understand, GPL Technologies is basically an engineering team that consults, designs, deploys, and supports motion picture, post-production, anything creative, basically. Is that right?
That's exactly right. Even Fortune 2000 companies will use us in their marketing departments and other areas within their organization where they have creative teams producing content. And obviously, with the changes of technology, these types of workflows are happening every day now.
So does this mean that you guys deal with asset management and all that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We've created another division called Pipeline Now, which is wired just towards that. I mean, we have a partnership with Shotgun, and we're able to take on Shotgun integrations and other asset managers.
Brian, thanks so much for spending your afternoon with us here at Broadcast Beat.
Well, thank you, Ryan. Thank you for having me. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope we get to chat again soon.